Welcome back to SourceFed, I'm Ava Gordy. If you know anything about kids and tweens, or you are a kid and tween, you may know a little something about an app called Musical.ly. And if you're anywhere outside of that demographic, maybe you've heard of Jacob Sartorius, or just maybe you think I'm speaking a foreign language. But I'm gonna try and teach you all about Musical.ly and the top users, and that's what they're called. Users. It's a whole world, you guys. Musical.ly is a social media app that launched in 2014 where you can create short music video clips on, but you can also make any kind of short video. Primarily, it's used to show off dancing, singing, lip syncing, and comedy. The fun part about Musical.ly, for me at least, is that you can record in slow motion and it will look extra radical and fun in real time. I don't know, maybe I'll show you later in the video. I had a Musical.ly account for about a month before I really thought about it and went, what am I doing really? I'm too old for this shit. But as you guys keep getting to know me, you'll see that I'm trying really hard to be 15. You may have already noticed that about me, actually. I just give off that vibe. I'm desperate. I would go to my job teaching 10 to 12-year-olds ballet, and they would be watching Musical.lys, wanting to make Musical.lys, and thinking it was a little bit cool that the dance teacher made Musical.lys, but I think secretly deep down they thought it was extra weird, but they lied to my face because they're children and they're nice to me. Most of the information about this app are articles like, is Musical.ly safe for my kids? And what parents should know about Musical.ly? Maybe I should send those to my dad to see if he thinks it's safe for me to use. Probably doesn't apply. I'm 24. Speaking as someone who has perused the app quite a bit, it's often that you'll see little girls in not a lot of clothing doing twerking motions with their bodies, and it makes me personally want to hide in my turtleneck because I just can't get with that kind of business. It's also frequent to see teenage boys shirtless doing kisses and body rolls and winks at the camera. I don't know. Some of it just hurts me to look at. On the app, you can look at the top users daily. The top 20 are dominated by kids that could definitely be mistaken for someone from Liv and Maddie. That's a Disney Channel show about twins. Considering the top user as I was writing this is Lisa and Lena, and they're twins, and they could be Liv and Maddie. I don't know, they kind of look the same. So why all the hype? In actuality, the hype started last summer and has fizzled a bit, but not much since then. It's still falling consistently in the top 40 apps on the iPhone App Store. As of December 2016, 12 million videos are uploaded per day to the app, and there are 40 million active monthly users. And despite its popularity, you've probably never heard of it. I got into Musical.ly for my previous job, and I was shocked. Some of these kids are actually talented, but maybe my threshold for talent is like pretty low. I also think Instagrammers and Snapchatters are talented. I live in Los Angeles. This is what it's done to me. Musical artists are also taking advantage of this platform. They basically premiere their new songs on Musical.ly and create contests, so kids will want to make Musical.lys using their songs. And then some of those submissions will get on the featured page, which is every muser's goal, because then you get more eyes on your content, and you either get more relevant, or if you're already a top muser, you stay relevant. If you don't participate in the trending contest music or hashtags, you'll likely fade to oblivion on the app. When I was using Musical.ly frequently, I would hear songs for the first time on the app and then weeks later hear that song everywhere. Not to say that the two are necessarily correlated, but I can't help but feel like the app really has an impact on pop music because of its primary demographic. For example, right now, hashtag #StayFirstListen is a trending hashtag on the app. It's an exclusive sneak peek of the unreleased song Stay by Zedd and Alessia Cara. The app says, let's see your best Musical.lys to the song using hashtag #StayFirstListen, and Zedd will be giving social shout-outs to his faves. Selena Gomez has 9.6 million followers on Musical.ly with only one Musical.ly, where she requests for people to make hashtag #KillHimWithKindness Musical.lys. Ariana Grande, Jason Derulo, and BB Rexa are also more frequent musers. Now back to Jacob Sartorius. It was a name that frequently popped up over the summer of 2016 because of his weird rise to internet stardom, and this especially odd occurrence of him being accused of asking for nudes from girls. He shot to #1 on Musical.ly, and YouTubers started reacting to his cringy Musical.lys. And for that matter, YouTubers were reacting to cringy Musical.lys in general. It got really popular in the YouTube community. I don't know. Because of his explosive fame, he launched his music career with his first single and music video called Sweatshirt, which got into the Hot 100 in the US and Canada. He's 14. Business Insider reported that he could be the next Justin Bieber. The kid is currently on tour, performing his EP, The Last Text, that dropped in December. He's 14. Born in 2002. I don't know. This whole thing's just a little bit crazy to me. What's he gonna be like by the time he's 35? How will this impact his future? I'm just a little bit scared. As recently as last week, Musical.ly released its fourth sister app called Ping Pong. Ping Pong is a game where you hit a tiny white ball back and forth on a table with a little paddle. But in this case, it's a video messaging app for one-on-one use, unlike their other video messaging app called Squad, which is intended for group video chat, which is unlike their other video app called Lively, which is intended for live streaming. Got a lot going on. It was reported by Variety that Lively surpassed Periscope in active users only 3 months after its launch with 4.6 million monthly users, which is insane. It's also the best way to make money on any of Musical.ly's 4 apps. In a quote from Variety, since its initial launch, the iOS version of Lively has added a virtual gift system that lets users purchase animated stickers for their favorite broadcasters, and that revenue is being shared with creators, according to the company. I've streamed live on Lively before, and it is chaotic. It's kids wanting to play the emoji game, which despite running a lot of live streams, I still don't really know what that game is about. And it's 11-year-olds calling me weird looking, and kids as young as 6 telling me that they're watching. It's a weird, weird medium, you guys. It's also a lot of these kids giving you animated stickers, which means that an 8-year-old either has a sick lemonade stand and this is what they choose to spend their paycheck on, or they ask their parents if they could go buy these rewards to give to their favorite creators over the course of the stream, which I find very uncomfortable. You're not being rewarded from someone who understands money, but you're taking advantage of children and their parents who don't get it. It's odd. So here's how you use Musical.ly. And it opens right away to my featured page where a girl is dancing. Anybody's content can get featured, basically. Ooh, dancing. Whoa! Okay, I'm gonna try and make a Musical.ly. So I'm going to pick my music first because you want to use a featured song because then you're more likely to get featured. This is gonna be the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. If you want it fast motion, you go on fast and you can hit this button to record. And the song will play slowly. And then when you play it real time, say I'll hit this check mark, it'll play regularly. And it looks like I'm lip syncing to it, even though it was slow. When you hit slow, it goes really fast and you have to lip sync it really fast, which I can't do. And then there's like crazy options like laps, which is so slow it's ridiculous. Laps. Last but not least, epic, which is this. Which I don't know how anyone would accomplish. Danny and I are gonna try to make a Musical.ly together. Ready? This is the most embarrassing thing Danny and I have ever done together.
It would be more mysterious, like, oh, where'd he come from? And I'm so clearly standing right behind you.
This Musical.ly of mine was featured on the front page, which is the only reason why I have followers. So I used to like dancing on Musical.ly because it was just like a fun place to do some cool stuff. But I don't do it anymore, so I'm too old. Now comes the question that I try so hard to answer. Why? Why did this blow up? Why is it popular with kids primarily 16 and under? Why did I love Neopets so much? They were cute. Musical.ly makes sense to me because it's popular music combined with popular dance crazes combined with popular memes. And a decent chance of getting featured if you make cool looking shit. Like, what more could a kid want? For their parents to love them more? Guys, I think we're at a prime time where teens think the cool kid of the group is the one with more Instagram followers than everybody else. When I was 17 writing a blog, I was a freaking loser. When I was 16 posting singing videos on YouTube, I was a freaking loser. When I was 13 making MySpace layouts and taking selfies that at the time were just called photos of yourself, I was a freaking loser. If I was 13 now, Musical.ly would have been my shit. It's kids looking to put their energy into something that's not sports or school. It's just an outlet to get creative on, and maybe some kids take it a little too far, but most of it is harmless fun. All right, guys, so there it is. My best explanation of Musical.ly. If you like me explaining things that the kids and teens are into that maybe you didn't know anything about, let me know in the comments below. And let me know your thoughts on this whole app. Like this video and subscribe to SourceFed. I'm Ava Gordy. Thank you for watching. Let's dive in.
Let's put water effect on that or something.
Yeah. Dove, what has all this attention been like lately? What do you say to those who believe you're a symbol of the alt-right community?